Hi! Today I'm going to be making a strawberry spinach salad. Now hold on, I'm sure a lot of you are going, ugh, salad. But the thing you got to know about salad is, it's totally customizable. Whereas other types of cooking and baking especially, if you change something you could totally mess it up. Salad is a totally free-form way of making food. You don't like something, don't put it in. You do like something, add more of it. So, if you like any fruits and vegetables at all, please try this spinach strawberry salad with me. At least use it as a starting reference point. This recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of minced onion. I like red onion better, so already I'm changing the recipe to suit my tastes. So 1 tablespoon of minced onion is not going to be much. Maybe a little more than that. Because it's minced, it does get a lot finer than you realize. So I'll put the rest of my onion over in a Gladware container, or a similar plastic container. So with onions, they say just cut along the line. Use a big sharp knife if you can. I need some new knives. So cut them. Cut them into thin slivers, as thin as possible. And then to help, so your eyes don't water too much, you can sprinkle cold water on them. So now that I cut those, I'm going to turn them the other way and continue cutting in small slivers. Keep mincing, make sure you cut any big pieces to get them down. You don't want any huge chunks. And keep going until you've got a tablespoon of minced onion. I would say that'll be enough to grab a tablespoon of minced onion. So get a medium bowl, grab your tablespoon, there we go, 1 tablespoon of minced onion, or in my case, minced red onion. Now to this we need to add 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. So there's our 1/4 teaspoon. We need 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, which I recommend adding before you do the Worcestershire sauce. That way you don't get Worcestershire sauce in your paprika. So there's 1/4 teaspoon of that. And then you need 1/4 cup of distilled white vinegar, which is 2 ounces. Then you need 1/2 cup of white sugar, or 4 ounces, and 1/2 cup of olive oil, 4 ounces. Then you need 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds, and 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. 1 and 2. Now we need to whisk these ingredients together. Okay, I'd say that's pretty well mixed. And chill it in your fridge for 1 hour. And close to that hour we can hull our strawberries. Now we have to clean and hull our 1 quart of strawberries. So just put them in a colander, and then rinse them under some water. Try to get all of them. Okay. Now I'm going to put them on a towel, but you can use paper towels too. So, and then pat them dry. So make sure you spread them all out. I've got a cutting board underneath here. Then pat them all dry. Okay. go. Keep patting them. Mine are still a little damp. Okay, basically I've never hauled something before, but I looked it up online. And what it said to do was take a paring knife, so it's usually the smaller knife you get in sets, and stick it in to the top of your strawberry, right around where the stem is, and then hold it with your non-writing hand. So hold your knife with your non-writing hand, which for me is my left. So with your writing hand, twirl the strawberry. And if you keep it straight, it will cut in a perfect shape. Okay, there, so that's hold. I didn't have to go as deep. But basically, repeat that process with all your strawberries. So get your knife in, and then hold it steady while you rotate the strawberry. Okay, great. So keep doing that with all your strawberries. Okay, there's our quart of strawberries, all nice and hulled. Now that our strawberries have been cleaned, dried, and hulled, we need to slice them. So that's up to you. If you want big, thick strawberries, don't even slice them, or just half them. If you want thinner slices, go thinner. I'm going to go probably quarter mine. So I'm going to cut each strawberry into 4 pieces, 4 slivers. So cut up all your strawberries, and then you can move on to your spinach. Now we need 10 ounces of spinach. I have a scale, so I can actually measure mine out. But if you don't have a scale, you can just buy a container that's 10 ounces or close to, and just, you know, do some of the simple math in your head. And I don't think you have to be exact. Again, with salads, it's very custom. You can make it however you want, really. So if you don't like spinach, don't even use it. Or if you want more, use a lot more. Okay, there's my 10 ounces. Now I need to rinse it and tear it into bite-sized pieces. Now that we've got our 10 ounces of spinach, put it too in a colander, just like with the strawberries, and rinse it off. Make sure you get as much of it as you can, just to clean it and be safe. You can kind of go through it with your hands. Make sure you wash your hands, of course. There we go. Okay. Just kind of push it down a little bit. You can do that to get out some of the water. And just shake the container it's in. And then I'm actually going to use paper towels for this one. But I'm going to shake it out a lot first. Okay. Put it on some of our paper towels here. They say you can tear it into bite-sized pieces, but I like spinach into whole pieces like this. And this is baby spinach too. So it's already, a lot of the pieces are bite-sized and good for you. So push this down. And I'm just going to push a paper towel on it. Really try to soak up a lot of the moisture on it. Just keep patting it down until it's nice and dry. It doesn't have to be perfectly dry. I mean, it could still be a little wet. Now we need to get a big bowl. Once you're satisfied with how dry your spinach is, get a big bowl, put your spinach into it. This bowl I don't even think is big enough, so I'm going to use another bowl too, just to split it up a little bit. Okay, I've got our big bowls for our spinach. And then put your strawberries in them. Try to divide them up equally, unless you can get it all in one huge bowl. Now we need a 1/4 cup of blanched and slivered almonds, which basically just means they don't have their skin and they've been cooked, I believe is what blanched means. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd recommend just buying them as opposed to doing it yourself. So I've got my 1/4 cup here. Trying to divide it up equally between the two containers. Okay, now we need to get our dressing and put our dressing on them. Okay, here's our dressing that we just made earlier. It's been sitting in the fridge for about an hour, a little over in my case. Smells really good. I think everything is mixed pretty well on it. If you want, you can give it a light whisk before you mix it back in. Okay. So pour it all into your bowl. Looks really good. Try to get most of it out if you can. Smells really good too. Basically just toss these to coat. I'm going to stir mine lightly. If you have salad tossers, now would be the time to break those out. It's looking good, smells good, looks really healthy. I'm probably going to put some cheese on this too. I love cheese. Okay, so it said refrigerate these for 10 to 15 minutes before you eat. So I'm going to stick these in the fridge, probably for 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then I might toss them a little more before I dig in. Okay, so I just grated up some cheese for my salad, put a little bit of pepper on, and now let's try it. Okay, so I've got some soda, I've got my salad. Let's see how it is. Making sure I'm getting a bite with a decent amount of dressing on it, some cheese, some pepper, and a chunk of the strawberry. Oh, let me see if I can get an almond in there too. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's really good. That's the first salad I've ever made. And it turned out pretty amazing. The olives are, not the olives, the strawberries are really in season right now. So they taste really good. I'm a big fan of almonds, so those go really well. Spinach I like, and the dressing is really good. If you really let your dressing sit, and you're a big fan of the vinegar oil type dressings, you'll really like it. So, if you want a nice summer salad, try this strawberry spinach one.